You stand on the deck of a ship, leaving your native Corsica behind. The wind smells of salt and the premonition of a storm, and in your pocket, you carry nothing but ambition and a heavy accent, one that will be mocked in Paris. You are not yet French. You are an outcast, dreaming of glory as you gaze toward distant shores. At the military school in Brienne, you are tormented for your poverty and your origins. You lock yourself away in the library, surrounding yourself with maps and books about the great commanders of the past. While others squander their time at balls, you learn to bend the very logic of war to your will. Revolution erupts like a powder keg, and the streets of Paris drown in blood and screams. In this chaos, you see not horror, but opportunity. The old world is crumbling, and only he who does not fear turning his cannons upon the crowd will be able to ascend its ruins. Outside Toulon, you taste command for the first time. The English fleet in the harbor seems invulnerable, yet you spot a weakness where others see only rocks. You personally sight the batteries, ignoring the whistling of enemy cannonballs overhead. The assault begins in the darkness, amidst a torrential downpour. You lead your soldiers into the attack. Your horse is killed, and you are wounded in the thigh. Yet pain is merely fuel. That night, Paris learns the name that will soon make all of Europe tremble. After the victory, you are a brigadier general at 24. Your meteoric rise seems sheer madness, yet you know. Fortune favors those willing to stake everything. You look at your hands. They smell of gunpowder and future power. The Italian army is a rabble of tatterdemalions, hungry and angry. You step out before them and promise not slogans, but honor, gold, and fertile plains. You transform the mob into a legion and yourself into their living god. On the bridge at Arcole, you snatch the standard from the hands of a faint-hearted standard bearer and rush into the fire. Death passes you by as if you were bewitched. The soldiers believe that you are immortal, and you begin to believe it yourself. You redraw the map of Europe with your sword, dictating terms to kings and popes. Josephine awaits you in Paris, but your true mistress is glory. Every dispatch to Paris is not merely a report, it is your manifesto of greatness. You lead an army into the sands of Egypt, following in the shadows of Alexander and Caesar. At the foot of the pyramids, you tell your soldiers, 40 centuries look down upon you. Here, amidst the sphinxes and the heat, you seek to found an Eastern empire. The Battle of the Pyramids turns into a slaughter for the Mamluks. Your squares stand unshakable, spewing lead, while the cavalry of the desert crashes against them like waves against the rocks. But your fleet has been burned by Nelson, and you are trapped in your own snare. The plague is mowing down your people in Jaffa, and you enter the hospital to touch the sick. You demonstrate that you fear not the contagion, yet deep down, you're already plotting your escape. France is in chaos, and your throne awaits you, St. Helena, your final cage, amidst the boundless ocean. No more armies, no more coronations, only damp mist and memories of holding the world in your hands. You dictate your memoirs, battling for history. Death comes quietly, claiming the one whom hundreds of battles could not kill. Your final words are France, the army, Josephine. You pass into legend, leaving behind a world you changed forever. Even if it never asked you to, history will remember you in many guises. Tyrant, hero, madman. But as long as Paris stands, as long as your code resounds, you live on. The eagle has fallen, yet its flight has altered the trajectory of the stars. The end of the journey is but the beginning of your immortality.